eyebrows are done. They're highlighted. They're in place. So now we're going to move on to everything else. And I'm going to start with moisturize my face. It's pretty oily, but I still think I should put a light moisturizer under the foundation I'm going to apply. So let's get that here. Alright. Now let that dry a little bit, and I'm going to add a primer. This primer is by Black Opal. It's like a gel primer. It's like that consistency, you can tell. So just put a little bit of that. Okay, so now I'm going to use this concealer. It's by LA Girl. It's the LA Girl Pro Concealer that everybody uses. So I'm just using that to as a base on my eyes and as a primer. And here I'm just warming up my crease with this eyeshadow by MAC. I believe the color is Brick. So use any black eyeshadow you have and just barely like tap that shadow just so you can get a wash into the crease. And we're just doing that to deepen the crease, to add more definition and to define the eyes. And I'm just going to keep dapping into that eyeshadow just to deepen up my crease a bit more and to make it more of a gradual effect. And I'm going to blend in the process so that it all blends well together and it doesn't just look like I stuck black eyeshadow there. So here I'm just using like a pale pink color. It's from an Urban Decay palette that I have. And I'm using more of a patting motion on my eyelid just to make sure the color kind of sticks and that it applies in a way that is going to show up but not too blunt. So yeah, I picked up this eye pencil. I was at Walgreens and I saw this color. I thought it was very beautiful. So I decided to use that in this makeup video. And I'm going to apply that to my lower eyelid pretty decently. And then I'm going to blend it out. And here I'm using the same color I applied in my crease, the first eyeshadow that I used as a transition, the Brick eyeshadow by MAC. I'm using that to kind of blend out the eyeliner at the bottom and to give it more of a warm look. So next, of course, I'm going to use a drugstore foundation. This one is the Maybelline Fit Me. I love this one for this video in particular, or for this time of year, because it's a lot darker and I've got a tan, so it's going to blend with my skin nice and neat. So here I'm using a concealer. It's about 2 shades, maybe 3 shades lighter than my skin tone, and I'm using that to bring some light back to my face. And I'm going to use that on the areas of my face where I want the light to hit the most, which is under my eyes, on the bridge of my nose, right on my cupid's bow, right above my lip, and a bit on my forehead. So just blend the concealer out. I am using a tapping kind of patting motion just to move it, but once I get it moved to where I like, then I'm just going to pat it in. And I'm just going to blend it out until it's seamless with the rest of my makeup here. So you can see it takes some time to blend that out. But here I'm going to grab the foundation brush that I used initially, and I'm just making sure that there's no spots peeking through and make sure everything blends nicely. Now to define my cheekbones, I'm going to use this concealer. Actually, it's not a concealer, it's a foundation stick by Black Opal. This is my favorite thing to use for this process because it's a stick and you can kind of dictate exactly where you want the product to go. So I'm placing that on my forehead, on the sides of my forehead and in the hollows of my cheeks. Then I'm going to go ahead and blend that out. So next I'm grabbing this kind of dense brush, and I'm going to wipe off all of the translucent powder that I used to set my makeup. And I'm going to just kind of use a sweeping motion so that to make sure the powder just kind of falls off my face here. As you can see, wiping off the powder and using the powder to set the makeup gives a nice and polished look, and it kind of gives you that matte skin complexion that looks really nice in photos and everything. So, yep. I was kind of on the fence as to whether to wear a bright lip or a nude lip, but as you can see, I decided to go with this extremely bright red lip to finish off the look. So this is a Sephora lip stain, and it goes on liquid and it's going to dry matte. And now I'm adding a bit of highlight to the bridge of my nose, to the cupid's bow right above my lip and on the sides of my cheekbones, just to add a little shine to my face and so I can look all elegant and stuff. So I'm just going to use this lip pencil to define my lips a bit more and to make it more precise. All done. This look is complete. And I want to thank you all for tuning into my video. Stay tuned for the rest of a little footage of what I wore that day and a little bit of extra posing. So thanks again for tuning in, guys. I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Take care.